Hello, welcome back. Well, you know the old saying, every day is school day? Well, today's lesson has been, if I get to the homestead from 12:30 onwards, the sun has already gone behind the mountain. It is a beautiful day in the valley today if you can be in the sunshine, but unfortunately I'm not. But that's not going to stop me. I've got a task in my head and it involves the new summer house. I also bought some plants in the autumn sale. You plant them now and you smell them next spring. Can you guess what they are? They are wallflowers called Fire King. And beautiful looking plug plants they are, even if they do have a few weeds contained within them. Right, so now I have this patch here to the right of the summer house. This is going to be the new flower bed. And where the flower bed is now at the top of the garden, that will be the pond. So let's try and work out where these are going. I think I've got 40, I think. I bought all, my knee. I bought all the same variety, so it put on a nice show. And these will smell wonderful in the spring. Now to plant a plug plant like this, just do a hole, pop it in, and away you go. As simple as that. Now the spacing, how much am I going to, I'll just put them a hand's width, because it's quite good if they're nice and dense. Beautiful soil, I must say. And then we can have a little bush of wallflowers. I could put them as a hedge, I suppose, but pop one in the middle to make it look natural. I hear on the grapevine that Monty Don has finished his contract with the BBC. So he has said in the past he doesn't plan to renew it in the spring. So who knows? Might have a new presenter. Who would you like it to be? Gardener's World is the type of show that I watch a lot of during the spring, but then once the end of spring comes, the start of summer, I'm too busy in the garden to sit to watch it. Oh, that's got two there. Got two for the price of one. It's nice to have a bit of decent soil for once, compared to all the other sites that I've had in the past. Now, these feel a bit dry. So even though it has rained for the past fortnight, and it is scheduled to rain for the next week, I will still give them a bit of a water. Some of these are really healthy and then others are a bit meh. But it was a sale. That's a good display there. So the idea is a bench will go just to the side of the summer house there. So it'll be nice to sit down and smell the flowers. I suppose I could take a pack of these home and put them in the cottage garden. Oh, this is the problem with one of these kneelers. I think sometimes I would prefer to have my knees straight on the ground. But yes, the weather has been awful these past few weeks. I'm thinking about making a bit of broth. Now, if I'd had a bit of sense, I would have made it this morning, but to be honest, I was busy. I was trying to get out quickly to try and catch the sun. I did a live video, when was that? Yesterday, for the members of the channel who support the channel financially. And that, I think, is something I might do at least once a month for the members, to give them something back for supporting them. So if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have as much time as I do to spend in the garden. And I plan to go out for a walk at some point this week. Maybe on Wednesday I might go out with the walking group. They're going to Cardiff for the day. Although I do find myself falling into this mindset of, yes, it would be nice to go to Cardiff and walk and learn about the history, but there's so much to get on with down here and to get this ready. And I've always felt a garden is made during the winter. Work in the winter, sit on your arse in the summer. That's what I've always said. This is why I feel allotment plots should be given out in September, October time. Or certainly by the start of November. So people can have the winter to get it ready. Right, which way do we go now? That way or that way? So there they are, and up here I've tried to make a bit of an archway. There is one there, it's very small. So it's like a half semicircle of wallflowers. Right, just rake that soil back to get rid of the footprints. There's a few weeds still left in here, but you can pull them out as you go along. I very much look forward to sitting there and smelling them. Now, I could put, in fact I will, I'll put all the daffodils and tulips here, but not today. There's something else more important I want to get on with. Now, the paint for this, I am basing it very much on the colours that were shown in the picture of the place where I bought it. I'm basically going to copy, and I thought I would be sensible this time and actually put the paint on before I put the glass in. And it's supposed to be green, but it looks more like, I don't know, like an ice cream blue. Can you get a blue ice cream? So this is if I was you, I wouldn't bother to watch this. You know what's going to happen. Paint's going to go on and I'm going to talk nonsense. I should have checked the forecast to make sure it was going to be fine for the next few hours. It's already starting to go cold. Even with this jumper on, it's a bit freezing. Now I could have waited until next spring. But why put off today? Why put off? What's the saying? Why put it off today? Why put it off tomorrow when you can do it today? Something like that. And plus I wanted a nice easy task, because doing all this last week put me in bed for Saturday and most of Sunday. I think on Sunday I just woke up to make food, edit, and then went back to sleep again. I wanted a nice easy task to put me into the new week. Right, so it's only the outer bits that are this colour. I still need to put the felt on the roof. I had a comment on one of the videos this morning of somebody who had just watched the Homestead in October video, and they said, why did you get a whiteboard so big, seeing as you had all that trouble? And the whiteboard was sent to me as a gift. And I've come up with an idea. If I can't fit it into the shed in a nice spot, I will put it in the greenhouse on one of the walls, and then I can write notes on it of what I want to do and when I've sown things. So there's always a solution to things. Right, I've got a bit of a puddle here. What do you think to this colour then so far? Do you think it will need more than the one coat? Now, one of my viewers has exactly the same summer house. I keep wanting to call it shed. Has exactly the same building, and she sent me some pictures on how she's done hers out. And I quite like the idea of putting wallpaper on the ceiling. And I've found a very nice wallpaper, which is dark blue with stars. Yes, I think this will need another coat, won't it? Maybe the other coat can be done next spring. Ah, but the glass will be in then. Now, do you paint the hinges as well? I do not know. It's not a show garden. I still need to put the lock on. I'll do all that once the painting's finished. So not long now to Christmas. I'm going to make my own Christmas decorations for the fire, but I might invest in a few baubles. There's a channel that I watch, and I can't remember what his surname is now. Let me find out, because I want to get it right. I know him as Ash. Let's have a look. Where my subscriber list? He is called Ash Mazina, and I'll put his details below so you can go off and have a look. But I like his taste in clothes and in the decor for the new house that he's got with his husband, and I like everything that they do. And recently he was talking about a bar of soap, and he said this soap, the smell is so pungent, even if you just have it lying in a soap dish in the bathroom, it fills the bathroom with its scent. So I bought a few bars, and I must say they're absolutely delicious. The one that I'm using at the moment is called gardener's soap, and it really puts a nice sheen on your hands once you've got all the dirt off. So if you're into that sort of stuff, go over and say that I mentioned him. I wonder what he would say about this colour. Is it getting a bit darker now? I thought it would be a bit darker than this. Oh, I just felt my phone go. I've got to check it because it could be... No, it's not. I have one of these cameras by the house door, and sometimes if there's a parcel due, I have to talk to the postman and tell him to put it in the secret compartment. Now, here's a question. Do you do the inside as well? I've only ever seen one shed painted on the inside, and it looked nice, but after a few years it looked a bit dirty and grotty. There we go. I feel like Flowella Benjamin through the square window. I used to bump into Flowella when I used to go shopping when I lived in Tulse Hill in southeast London, and for some reason we would always bump into each other at the freezer aisle, and we would chat about the state of British TV and then go on our way. I said to her once, "What's your garden like?" She said, "It's a wildlife haven." So I said, "Oh, full of weeds, is it?" And she went, "Yes." Now, I don't know if you're supposed to do the inside like this, but I've started, so I'll finish. I was thinking about getting some net curtains, or cotton curtains, is it? Something to put on the window, and something as well, so that in the summer when it's very hot, because I do believe it is going to come, I can sit in there and the net curtains can billow in the breeze. Must make sure I don't tip this. I should put it into a tray, but can't be asked. Life's too short for that. But it's quite nice just to be here and listen to the river in the background. Sound of the birds singing. So I'm hoping to get the live stream up and running by the end of this week. Yes, it was a good idea to do the inside of this. But how are you supposed to stop it from folding? So what are you doing for Christmas? I was talking to somebody the other day and they said they like to go away for Christmas Day. Christmas Day in the sun on a beach. Which feels a bit odd to me. Christmas to me, you need a bit of snow. But I need to start coming down here a bit sooner, so I can feel some of the sunshine touch my cheek like a first kiss. Right, I just had a thought. Don't put the paint on too thick on this side because the glass might not fit. Oh, I need a good cup of tea once this is finished. Strange though. Last time I made a video, and I called it, what was it? Watching paint dry. It was one of my most successful videos. If we're down here for long enough today, I will show you the heron if it flies past. Now, I am aware people are asking for walking videos, and they will come. And also, I want to get my bike out, because the local mountain here has been closed for about 6 months, and it's due to open at the end of November. Something to do with the rocks are falling onto the cars. So I plan to go up there to cycle in an empty road. So that will have to happen sooner than later, because I wouldn't want to do it when the cars are on the road, because they do go a bit fierce. I think once we get to next spring, then life will slow down a bit, and we'll go back to the way that it was when I first came down to Wales, when it was nice relaxing walks, bit of cooking in the cottage. And the good thing about this part of the world, the planes are up so high, they don't disturb the filming, unlike when I lived in Sydney, and every 30 seconds there was a plane that was flying over, because I can hear one going above me now, but they're so high up it's easy to ignore them. How does that look on the video? That looks quite good. In fact, it looks a bit darker on the video than it is in real life. How about a wood burning stove inside? I've been having a look. I've also been having a look at what's it called? Facebook Marketplace, and there's one on there for £20. So I am in the. Is it? You've got to put a bid in, and then you're in the queue or something. I don't know, because I've never done it before. It's all new to me, Jean. Oh, I've been needing a rest in a bit. Right, before I get on my knees and do the bit at the bottom, I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. Are you coming? That looks really beautiful. There's no tea bags. And I don't have any emergency ones down here. Right. Let me switch that off. I'll take a quick little trip to the shops. And while I do that, you tell me in the comments below. How do you keep warm when you're doing a bit of gardening? Because even with this jumper on, I'm freezing. I'm back from the shop, and I've got 340, or is it 360 tea bags. So tea bag number 1. Beautiful. It is getting extremely cold now. An instinct tells me that I need to stop. So let's pack up and go home. So there we go, that's how it looks so far. And those flowers that we put in today, you might not be able to see this, but right up on top of the flat mountain up there, Penpeach, somebody has stood. I would imagine they're quite warm up there, but they'll soon get cold once they start coming down the other side. Inside is also the other two window frames just drying. Right, let's go home because I want to show you what I had in the post the other day. So the bars of soap that were recommended by Ash are these ones. This is called White Lavender. This one smells wonderful. Honey, lemon and oatmeal. And like I said, the one that I'm using now is called Gardener's Soap. I wonder if it'll get this paint off. But it has a beautiful scent to it. A nice way to end book your gardening day. Well, thanks for joining me today. I'm going to warm myself up by the fire here. I might even jump in the bath, throw a few bubbles in. That'll warm me up. And I'll catch up with you in a few days, when no doubt I'll find something else to do. Hopefully this weather will continue. And if it's like this tomorrow, I might pop to Aberdare Market because I want to get some new trousers because these ones are falling apart along with my trainers. But let's see what tomorrow brings. So from me until then, bye for now.